What's going on, everyone? It's Marcellus back with another video. We got to go over Luna Classic. We're going to be talking about where we're going to be going over next inside of Luna Classic, where the price is going, and also about the burns that's going to be happening soon. So definitely hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section. If you want 10% off all your trading fees, definitely check out the MEXC Global link in the description. And without further ado, let's get straight to it. So first thing I want to talk about here with Luna Classic is tomorrow, because this is going to be huge. The 20th and the 21st is going to be huge for Luna Classic. So first of all, 20th, we're going to be getting the official 1.2 burns for the on-chain transactions for Luna Classic, for like the withdrawals and deposits all over the place. Yes, 1.2% burn. That's cool. And then on 21st, supposedly, so far, we might be getting Binance on board. And yeah, if Binance gets on board and does this 1.2% burn, that's going to be really good for Luna Classic. And we're probably going to see some huge increases in the price. But then you got the bad news as well, the 20th and the 21st. Yes, there's bad news on that day as well. The Fed is raising interest rates inside of America. So they're going to hike those interest rates up. They're going to have this meeting, and maybe they don't hike the interest rates up during the meeting, but every single meeting they've been having about this, they've been upping it. And the CPI data that they just now had the last time, like the previously earlier in this month, like it was bad. So now we're going to have probably hiked interest rates. So that's something you got to keep in mind there. But let's talk about Luna Classics, because anything could happen tomorrow. We could just go down and crash tomorrow just off the interest rates and everything. But let's talk about what we could do without looking at the fundamentals of the whole global market right now. But let's look at what Luna Classic could do without looking at that. So first things first, we're coming off of an oversold area here. That's why we're getting this buyback area here. This is the 5-minute chart. So as you can see here, inside 5-minute intervals. So what you do want to look at here is this. We just now got rejected. So the fact that we just now got rejected at this resistance at about 318 shows us 3,200 is a very hard area for us to get past. So 3,200 is really what we're going to have to be looking at as our immediate resistance. And you can even see up here, it's having a hard time getting past this red bar. Can't even really get up to this bar right here. This bar is about 32 point. This bar is actually about 3,300, and then the top side of it is like 3,350. But something you do want to keep in mind, we were above this, or we did get rejected here a lot. Actually, the 16th of September, same area of rejection. And this is also an area that we hit, and then we had an even sharper dive downwards on the 14th of September. So this is a very important line inside of Luna Classic. So you really want to watch out for that area. But right now, I believe we're going to continue to pull back. Yeah, we're getting a little bit of a breakout here. I like to call these false breakouts. Maybe it continues to go back up to the resistance, but I don't see that happening. I see it probably stopping like midway, halfway, and then pulling back down here to this green area. This is where we have more demand. That's why they're green. So yeah, the supply and demands of more demand. But something you do want to keep in mind. Yes, there's more demand for retail traders there, but this is where the demand for the institutional investors kind of start to slow down. So when it goes down to about 2.9, it shows low activity, which means low activity expected for institutional interest and dark pools, right? And then we also have a little bit over here, moderate activity and high activity expected from institutional investors. And that's probably because when it hits 2.8, they're going to buy in, they're going to let it ramp up and then sell out when it hits that low activity area and just make a little bit of profit off of that. Now, what you also want to look at here, though, right here, also high and low activity. So what we really want to look at is a longer point of view here for Luna Classic. You can do all these short-term technicals, which is cool. I did a whole live stream on it yesterday, and I'm going to keep doing that. But we also have to be wary of the long terms. So a lot of people look at the long term, which is good, which is definitely good. Anyways, look, the bearish here on the oscillator, this is a bearish signal because these green areas, this is buying areas on the oscillator. But see, as they're getting smaller and the selling is starting to get more and more, we're actually about to have another large sell inside of Luna Classic. That's what that means. So yes, the bulls are in control of the 24-hour market control by 80%, but we're about to have some high activity happening. So when we get down here, this could mean high buying or high selling activity. At this moment, we do not know. But something we do know is all of the areas over there are green. So it kind of shows us it could be high buying. But me personally, I like to look at the bottom side of the support and then predict that that is going to be where our support is going to be met. So even if we drop down to here, right, and then we start pumping again, and then we drop down, and then we start pumping again, these are false breakouts. What I'm really looking for is that final drop all the way down here. It's not just going to go straight down to 2.4, but 2.4 is still that support line that I'm looking at. And I stay strong with my predictions. Like when I predict something, I'm staying strong with it. Whether it happens or not, I'm staying strong with it. I really do believe we're gonna hit 2-4. So me personally, I'm not just gonna throw in all of my money right now at 3-0. I'm really waiting for 2-4 because if we can hit 2-4, right, 2-5, 2-4, somewhere around there, 2-4-50. If we can hit 2-4 though, then we can really run this right back up to 6-0. And I would have loved to see a 3x gain off of that alone. So that's why I'm looking at this 2-4 area like it's the holy grail, because that is exactly where I'm looking to just drop some bags here on Luna Classic. Now, looking at the 4-hour chart shows something a little bit different. We are having high activity expected here. But notice how as soon as we hit that high activity area back here on the 16th and 17th of September, we immediately had a pullback and dropped because that was high selling activity. And then notice again, we get up here again, but we're still red here. See, my indicators, they show it's red, but whenever you take off the indicators, it's green. But the indicators show it's red because the selling isn't over. This is just the buying after the storm, right? This is where pretty much the calm after the storm. This is where people come and they buy after they see a huge drop, just so they can run it up a quick 5, 10%, 20% even, and then selling out right there at the top and then watching it go back down. And that's what a lot of people are doing here. So as they do that, I'm watching them, and eventually they'll push it down to 2-4 if they do it. If they don't, that's cool too. Remember, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor, but if they don't do that, I mean, it's cool too. But something I'm also looking at here, look, we're getting higher lows. This is a higher low. This is another higher low. It probably won't go too far below it. Maybe not. Maybe it will. If we go all the way down to the 2-4, that invalidates the higher low theory. So we are making higher lows. But then again, if we go down below this 2-4 area that we set down here for our support, then that means our higher low scenario is a false scenario. But right now, we are seeing higher lows from back here from the 15th of September, right? And we're also seeing lower highs from over here, the 3,200 area. We're over there on the 17th of September. And now you're seeing now we're having a little bit lower highs right now. So it looks like kind of like we're consolidating here. And that's always the case here with something like this. It's always some type of consolidation. And yeah, anything can happen at this point. But what I'm really looking for is still 2-4. But at the end of this consolidation phase, you can see we're really trading inside this wedge to a T right now. So we're probably going to end up going back down here. And I don't know why I grabbed the Fibonacci. We could look at the Fibonacci for it too. I didn't mean to grab the Fibonacci. But look, we're going down here to the bottom side of this, probably around 2.8. And then back up here to 3.0. And then hopefully we can go out on the upside because we have high activity. But then again, you've seen it was high selling activity back there. So hopefully we can go on the upside. But if not, we're going straight down here to 2.4. But something I like to see is every single time we have something like this and we come out on the downside of our triangles and our wedges, we tend to see something like this where we just have a pump right after coming out of this wedge. So we break out of the wedge and we break out of the pattern temporarily, and then we hit a support and then we start pumping out from there. That's also another scenario. So you always want to keep stuff like that in mind. But hey, we're just going to keep waiting for this, see exactly what happens, see how it plays out. But yeah, anyways, this is pretty much all I got for you all today. Definitely go ahead and hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. Leave a comment in the comment section. And if you want 10% off all your trading fees, definitely check out the MEXC Global link in the description. And as always, I'll be back with another video.